That was verse 10?
That was 10 through 11.
God. Hey, because this is my favorite script. It's the Maccabees. Get it, look, and it's real because they went up against a multitude with just a few numbers. But they had faith, man. They knew that the angels of the Lord was with them. This is Maccabees. Ninth chapter. First Maccabees. 9. Start off. But the main part is from 6 all the way to like 10. 6 to 10, exactly.
This is First Maccabees chapter 9, verse 6. Now I'm going to start at verse 5. Now Judas had pitched his tents at Eleazar, and 3,000 chosen men with him, who seeing the multitude of the other army to be so great, were so afraid.
Yeah, they was tripping. They was like, oh man, that's a lot of money. Yeah, we got a couple thousand, but look at these dudes, man. They got tens of thousands, you know? And this was during the time of the Seleucid Empire fighting with the Ptolemaic Empire, man. When they was over there fighting for the north and the south. So you had all these different enemies of Israel. They had a lot of different armies, man. But then you had our people, you had a few select men that wasn't afraid, man. The Most High rose them up. Go ahead.
It says,
Judas Maccabees being in particular, and his brothers. Go ahead.
It says, whereupon many conveyed themselves out of the host, and so much as there abode of them no more but 800 men.
So it got chopped down to a small number, man.
It says, when Judas therefore saw that his host slipped away, and that the battle pressed upon him, he was sore troubled in his mind, and much distressed, for that he had no time to gather them together.
What?
Nevertheless, unto them that remained, he said, let us arise and go up against our enemies, if peradventure we may be able to fight with them.
Right.
But they dehorted him, saying, we shall never be able.
So they doubt that shit. You had doubt, like several doubts, like they was starting to lose faith, man, because of the multitude of men.
It says, let us now rather save our lives, and hereafter we will return with our brethren and fight against them, for we are but few.
Yeah, like hey, this ain't gonna work out. We rather run back to our brothers. They was losing faith, man. Let's go get the bros, man. We can't do this alone. This ain't influence. You know what I mean? But did they not know, like, hey, your forefather King David, man? Him and his army, that was a prime example, man. They didn't have big numbers. We took down all the different nations, and the Lord was with him. And he did not have the spirit of fear, man. He knew the angels of the Lord was with him. Go ahead,
Says, then Judas said, Yahweh forbid that I should do this thing, and flee away from them.
I'm not running. Yahweh forbid. We not running.
If our time be come, let us die manfully for our brethren, and let us not stain our honor.
And let us not stain our honor, man. We not finna go out like that.
Prove that he was a man of his word. This is First Maccabees, same chapter.
We get First Maccabees 3:17.
First Maccabees, the same chapter, chapter 9, verse 18. Judas also was killed,
Yep.
and the remnant fled.
That's right. He went out with honor, man. Manfully. And he didn't have no fear. He, all right, I get killed for this. He knew he was gonna die someday. Eventually.
Yeah, he was going to die there.
He knew. You know? And those are just examples, man. That's why the scriptures say what was written aforetime was written for our learning, man. That's supposed to build you up. If you ever had some fear, you better go back and read this, man. And build your faith up. And also for you brothers out there that's still kind of on edge about going out and teaching, man. You see what we got to deal with. Don't be afraid. Go out there. If you really standing stiff for the name of the Lord and for His word, go out there and let your body, give your body as a living sacrifice, man. You know? Go ahead.
In 2nd Ezra 2:42, I, Ezra, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with song.
Yeah.
And in the midst of them, there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns.
This is talking about our Lord Yahweh Shah. It's talking about when the gathering of the elect come, man. When we over there in Mount Zion, Israel. The Lord gonna be handing out crowns to His elect, the 144, man.
And was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of the Most High.
And that name always, the name always popping up, man. It seems like the Spirit picks fun at Nate ass every time.
Now are they crowned and receive palms.
Yep.
Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them and giveth them the palms in their heads? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of Yahweh, whom they have confessed in the world.
That's right. Yahweh Shah. Go ahead.
Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord.
That's plain. They stood stiffly, man, for the name of the Most High and His Son. They stood stiffly for His word. They left themselves a living sacrifice for the Lord, man, because the Lord did the same.
He said he put off the mortal clothing and put on immortal, meaning they dropped that, bro. They basically became dead to the world.
That's right.
So that they could live with Yahweh Shah.
That's right.
And rulership.
That's right. That's right.
That's just a quick precept. It's St. Luke 17:33. Whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it. And whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it.
Fuck your life on this side. Fuck your life.
I mean, what is your life anyway on this side but captivity and slavery and anguish? You know, you can't be yourself for real on this side of life. You can't live to appease the Heavenly Father on this side of life. So you got to do the best you can while you're on this side.
Right.
In the eyes of the Heavenly Father.
Because really, you ain't even living, man.
No, this ain't living.
I don't know. I don't see how you can call this living. The shit that we have to go through and suffer and put up with, this shit ain't living, man. We out here standing on this hard-ass concrete, but you ain't even supposed to stand on concrete. Legs killing. Back aches like a motherfucker. You know, and when you get hungry, you gotta go and eat some. You gotta eat the best of the worst. The best of the worst. You know what I mean?
Best of the worst.
I ain't living, man. To go back to what I called it.
Yeah.
Maccabees.
So First Maccabees 3 and 17. It says, who, when he saw the host coming to meet them, said unto Judas, how shall we be able, being so few, to fight against so great a multitude and so strong?
Yep, this was another battle that they was having, and they was going through the same thing.
Yep.
It's only a few of us. It's a multitude of them. How we gonna do this?
Hey, that's always how it was with the Most High, man.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, wasn't it during the Exodus, bro? Who was it with? Was it with Joshua? Or was it with David? I'm not sure the time frame, but it was a time period when they were going into battle. And they were about like, let's say for example, 15,000 men. The Most High told them to drop it down. Those who's between this age and this age. Okay, now those who just got married, go home to your wives. Okay, now we're at a small enough number for me to show my strength.
Right. Exactly. And see, the Most High does that. Because I was just reading up on the one with David, when King David against Goliath.
Yeah. It was like that way the people cannot say it was by their own strength.
Right. And that's what he did. The Most High always wants to show his power, so we can respect him.
I got it. It's actually in Judges. Judges 7. And I can
just tell
start
me,
at the top.
man, let Shabbat bring that out.
Because they did, this was the time of Judges with Gideon. Gideon was getting his army set, and they started off with a huge number. But it wasn't set up for all of them to go out. It got to the point where the Most High was putting out certain decrees where if you couldn't do this, you're not going.
Yeah.
You can't be a part of this. You got to stay back. And it was broken from the brother got it. You got it. But read that and then you go to the story.
You want to start over?
Come.
All right. First Maccabees 3 and 17. Who, when he saw the host coming to meet them, said unto Judas, how shall we be able, being so few, to fight against so a great multitude and so strong, seeing we are ready to faint with fasting all this day?
Right, because they was fasting too. So they really was losing faith. We don't even have the strength to fight all these dudes, man.
Right.
They outnumber us and we ain't got no food or no water or nothing in our system. And that's what they telling you. Go ahead.
So, unto whom Judas answered, it is no hard matter for many to be shut up in the hands of a few. Right. And with the Most High of heaven, it is all one, to deliver a great multitude or a small company. For the victory of battles.
Hey, and think about that spiritual. Is the elect a large multitude, or are they a small few number?
Small few.
It's only a small few, man. A small sanctuary. Go ahead,
It says, for the victory of the battle standeth not in the multitude of an host, but strength cometh from heaven.
Strength coming from the power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man.
That's right.
He gives you that strength and power, man. How you think the elect, how they gonna get up out of here through all this shit, man? The Lord gonna have to give them power to get through it, man.
That's right.
He gonna have to send the angels to have charge over them.
That's right.
Those are the men that's gonna have that faith, man. The faith to move a mountain.
Faith of a mustard seed.
Go ahead,
It says, they come against us in much pride and iniquity to destroy us.
Yeah, the other nations like, man, we about to wipe these niggas out.
Yep.
There's only a few of them. They starving, they fasting and all that.
Yep.
We don't believe in fasting up here. We well fed. Just, you know what I mean? On some prideful shit.
Diets and shit.
Yeah, man.
It says,
Not knowing that this is spiritual. Y'all about to get taken out, man, because y'all corner as hell. Y'all the heathen. The Most High ain't dealing with you.
yep.
But if the Lord decides to deliver Israel into your hands, that's because Israel is going off, man.
Right.
Go ahead,
It says, they come against us in much pride and iniquity to destroy us, and our wives and children, and to spoil us.
Yep.
But we fight for our own lives and our own laws.
Man, they was fighting for the law, man. This is back when they was keeping the law.
Back when Antiochus was at that time. Well, he was trying to, we were trying to destroy the laws.
Yeah.
You know, saying that
trying to turn
anybody
our
read the
people out.
Bible,
Right. Trying to kill them. But they was like, no, we'll die keeping the law in the breaking. You know?
Burning Bibles and all that back then.
That's right.
It says
Where you at now?
22. I know we throw them before our face.
Come.
Yeah. It says, I'm gonna start at 21. It says, but we fight for our lives and our laws. Wherefore the Lord himself, wherefore Yahweh himself will overthrow them before our face. And as for you, be ye not afraid of them.
Be ye not afraid of them.
That's pretty much it.
That's
Well,
it.
no, let me read it in 23. It says, now as soon as he had left off speaking, he leapt suddenly upon them, and so Saron and his host was overthrown before them. And they did it, basically.
That's right.
And they accomplished that.
That's right, man.
Because they had faith in the power of the Most High. And Judas had to remind them.
That's right, man. They didn't lose that fear, man. You know? Get what you had?
This is Judges, chapter 7, verse 1. It says, then Jerubbaal, who is Gideon, and all the people that were with him rose up early and pitched beside the well of Harod, so that the host of the Midianites were on the north side of them by the hill of Morek in the valley. And the Lord said unto Gideon, the people that are with thee are too many for me to give.
The same thing popped up back then.
No. He says,
No, but this is talking about among our people.
Yeah, being outnumbered.
They saying this is a lot of people. Now, back in the Maccabees, it said the Lord could take a multitude within a few. So we don't need a multitude of our own. We don't need the mob. Because this is how Jake do it, man. When they go to the club and shit, them niggas gotta be hella deep. Them niggas gotta be 30, 40, 50 deep when they go just to go to the club, man. Because they're afraid something might pop off.
Go to the mall, they want to be deep.
Jake want to be deep everywhere, man.
Because you niggas are fucking pussies, man. Y'all fucking soft. Y'all scared to stand. That's what this whole gang shit is about. Y'all scared to stand on your own 2 feet as a man and do the right thing as for you. But you want to take others with you down the drain with you. That's fighting for dumbass reasons in the first place. If you stand for something, be a man and stand for it. If they stand for the same thing, then they can stand with you. But that's not how these gangs really go down. You feel comfort in having that multitude behind you. That's what most of these other heathen nations are. We were never like that.
Hey, that's why Pac said, you ain't shit without your homeboys.
That's right.
You know what I mean? That's Jake, man. Go back to that.
it says, and the Lord said unto Gideon, the people that are with thee are too many for me to give to the Midianites.
It's too many of y'all. I don't need that many of y'all to go and fight them Midianites,
You not like
man.
Obama? It's fine. I don't know.
Them IsREBElites, man.
You not like Obama? Yeah.
Lest Israel vaunt themselves
I love
against
you
me,
for life, too.
saying, mine own hand hath saved.
Yep.
Now therefore go to proclaim in the ears of the people, saying, whosoever is
Hey, look, Salakia, read that again.
It says, and the Lord said unto Gideon,
No, before that. Scripture was read the second. Read that again. That second.
and the Lord said unto Gideon, the people that are with thee are too many for me to give to the Midianites into their hand.
Right.
Lest Israel vaunt themselves against me, saying, mine own hand hath saved.
My own hand have saved you.
Yeah.
You're not gonna give credit to the Most High.
Yeah,
Like, nah, me and my homies, we was deep as hell.
Yeah.
Man, we fucked their ass up, man.
Yeah.
We packed them niggas out. You know how
Yeah.
Jake talk. Yeah, we packed them out and shit. You know, that's how we get down. They talking shit on them DVDs and shit, man. The Most High cleared all that. Nah, nope. Y'all not gonna be deep. Yeah?
Now therefore go to, proclaim in the ears of the people, saying, whosoever is fearful and afraid, let him return and depart early from Mount Gilead.
If you scary, if you a scary ass nigga, just go on and go back to your tent.
You gonna die here anyway.
You gonna just go on back to your tent, man. You're not fit for the battle.
Hold on now, bro. It says, and there returned of the people 22,000
That's a lot of that's a lot of niggas that was like.
That's a lot of scared soldiers.
Yeah.
And 20 and 2,000. That's a big chunk out of your army.
Yeah, man. A big number.
And there remained 10,000.
So you only had 32,000 in the first place.
And the Lord said unto Gideon,
Hey, that's 2/3. 2/3 took off.
and the Lord said unto Gideon, the people are yet too many.
Still too many of them.
Yep.
Bring them down into the water, and I will try them for thee there. And it shall be that of whom I say unto thee, this shall go with thee, the same shall go with thee.
Obama's devil, you think?
And of whomsoever I say unto thee, this shall not go with thee,
I didn't see, buddy.
the same shall not go.
Right. So this was a test that the Most High was giving you. And if you don't pass this test, the ones that don't pass it, they can't go. The ones that do, they're going to be able to go. This is how the Lord was testing them. Okay?
So he brought down the people into the water, and the Lord said unto Gideon, every one that lappeth of the water with his tongue, as a dog lappeth, him shalt thou set by himself.
Yeah, so basically they had to go to the water, and they couldn't get on their knees or nothing. They had to go down and take in water like a dog. You know how a dog, he gets all his water with his tongue. He just
Put his mouth right onto the body of water. Yeah,
right into the water, man. Like a dog.
Hey, but it showed you the type of men that they were going for.
Right.
Because he said, after that it says, and the number, Salakia says, and him shalt thou set by himself, likewise, everyone that boweth down upon his knees to drink.
Yeah.
So
and those were the ones that couldn't go.
Yeah. So it was the ones that was hungry,
Right.
the ones that was about it, man. Then you had the gentle ones.
Right. Yeah, they doing
Yeah,
this.
you had the little gentle ones.
You know? The Lord was looking for the men that was just
It
going
was like trying to get it in. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So it says, and
Rough.
the
Looking for rough men.
It wasn't about it.
Austere rough men. Yeah.
It says, and the number of them that lapped, putting their head to their mouth, were 300 men. But all the rest of the people bowed down upon their knees to drink.
So that was a lot of jakes he had to cut off in this battle, man.
32,300.
32,300, man.
So that's like the 2/3 dropped down to the 1/3, but then for the battle, you need that 444.
Right.
Yep.
So it says, and the Lord said unto Gideon, by the 300 men that lapped will I save you, and deliver the Midianites into thine hand, and all the other people go every man into his place.
That's right. So you saw that the Lord broke them down in small numbers and still was able to deliver the Midianites into their hand, man. The Lord was dealing with them. You know? And Gideon took them out, man. So hey, man. Men of the Lord, man, they're not gonna have a spirit of fear, man. We're not gonna be afraid of this, man. Don't be fearful, man. Revelation say the fearful. They named the fearful in there with the idolaters and the liars and all that. That's gonna have their part in that burneth with fire, man. If you fearful, Most High don't need you. He don't need you, man. Flat out.
All right, 1 Samuel 17 and 4. It says, and there went out a champion out of the camp of the Philistines named Goliath of Gath,
I'm pretty sure everybody's familiar with this story.
whose height was 6 cubits and a span.
So this giant ass Hamite,
Look about what, 18 inches, something like that. So
it was big, but it was more back then though. In the ancient, cubits were a lot larger. Considered a lot larger back then. So you can imagine how huge this was.
Because 6 feet is less than that, and that's kind of tall today. So add 6 times 6 inches.
When it talks about how many cubits he was, from the scriptures and modern understanding, he was like 9, 10 feet.
9, 10 feet.
Right. Yeah, because a half a foot, on every top of every foot.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it goes and he had a helmet of brass upon his head, and he was armed with a coat of mail, and the weight of the coat was 5,000 shekels of brass, meaning he was a mighty soldier. So why would you? First off, he's huger than everybody and buff, you know what I'm saying, or big, and he has a helmet. Like, where you gonna kill him at? Where you gonna get to him? He has all this armor and whatnot on. You can't get to him. Keep going. It says, no, I'm gonna jump down to 20.
David came.
Yeah, 20. But 22.
His brothers, when they ran, they got afraid.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for right now. 24. Yeah, 24 said, and all the men of Israel, when they saw the man, fled from him and were sore afraid. It says, and the men of Israel said, have ye seen this man, that he has come up? Surely to defy Israel is he come up. And it shall be that the man who killeth him, the king, will enrich him with great riches, and will give him his daughter, and make his father's house free in Israel.
Yeah, so all these benefits for this shit.
Yeah. Jumping to the point again. I'm gonna start at 40.
If you wanted to, you could have read through the story if you wanted to. But I know you want to get to the point.
Yeah, because it's long, because it's talking about other instances, you know.
Right.
I do encourage y'all brothers to go ahead and read Samuel 17.
Read that whole, read 1 Samuel and 2 Samuel.
Because that will build you up, build your faith up, and let you understand the mind of a soldier.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
So I'm gonna jump down to 44, and I'll just read down from 44. It says, and the Philistine said to David, come to me, I will give thy flesh unto thy bowels of the air, and to the beasts of the field. Meaning I'm about to destroy you. Yeah. You got it, brother. It says, then said David to the Philistine, thou comest to me with the sword and with the spear and with the shield, but I come to thee in the name of the Most High of hosts, in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
He came in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
The power of the armies of Israel, whom thou hast defied.
This is Psalms 20 and 1. The Lord hear thee in the day of trouble. The name of the power of Jacob defend thee.
That's it. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, man. And if you run to it, you're safe.
Go up a little. It says, now just at 45. So, but then David said to the Philistine, thou comest to me with the sword and with the spear and with the shield, but I come to thee in the name of the Most High of hosts, the power of the armies of Israel, whom thou hast defied.
Hey, King David was being spiritual, man.
Yep.
That was hella spiritual.
Because we'd have read up, he took off all his armor. He took to go battle. He didn't put on. He went to put his armor on. Like, no, I'm not putting none of this on. He went just as himself, you know. Because he had the spiritual covering already. It says, this day will the Lord deliver thee unto my hand, and I will smite thee and take thine head from thee, and I will give the carcass of the host of the Philistines this day unto the fowls of the air and to the wild beasts of the earth, that all the earth may know that there is a power in Israel.
That's right,
that the Most High is with Israel.
The Most High is dealing with us. There's power in that name, man.
It says,
and King David had to be up to his fucking belt buckle, man.
King
David was a little God, man. He was the youngest and he was the smallest in stature. But you see the confidence that he had because he was in the spirit.
It says, and all this assembly